guys, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you. In today's video, I'm talking about 6 tips for meeting in person whilst you've been dating online. I know if you are thinking we've been dating for 3 months, 6 months or whatever, especially for those of you who are in different countries where you are thousands of miles apart and thinking we really want to meet in person, then I advise you to watch this video right to the end of it so that you can also enjoy my personal experience of how myself and my husband planned our meeting and we met the first time. Before I go into today's video, my name is Rita Siong. If you are new here, I welcome you to take a seat. Please join this amazing family by subscribing to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up and also please leave an amazing comment down there. If you have a personal experience, don't be hesitant to share because this would help somebody out there who would pass through to watch to also learn from your experience as well. Tip number 1, be sure you are very ready to meet each other for the very first time. Are you sure? Do you feel like you are ready? Okay, so how do you feel you are ready? You have to feel that contentment in yourself that, hey, this person is worth it. I really want to see him or see her in person. And I really am ready to spend whatever it takes, travel however long it takes for me to meet her or meet him in person. You have to be at that point where you feel this, okay? Also, be ready for surprises that may come up. Because there are some things about people that they cannot tell you whilst you are just dating online or you've just met online. These are private stuffs, personal stuff that they cannot tell you. But as soon as you meet them in person, you would see it obviously because it can't be hidden. And these are personal things about people. So be ready that you might meet this person and there might be some things that might have been hidden from you. But how that person would present that to you, your willingness to accept that is also one thing that you have to put into consideration when it comes to being ready to meet in person. Do you feel this person is worth traveling distances to meet? Do you feel this person is worth your time? Do you feel this person you are dating or you've been dating online, do you feel the genuineness and do you really feel the connection and do you really feel the attraction? Do you really feel the compatibility enough for you to want to travel? If that is it, then I think you guys are ready to meet in person. Tip number 2, you have to plan activities that interest both of you. Don't just plan activities for yourself. Let's look at a situation where I am the one traveling to meet you, the guy. Okay, or you the guy are traveling to meet me, the lady. So whoever is the host should make sure that in consultation with your partner you plan activities and even decide where you two are meeting. Now let's look at situations where the other person is in a different country, okay, and you're also in a different country, meaning that either you both decide, hey, let's meet at a center point or let's meet in your country. Now you two must be very ready to put in the effort. As I mentioned, first you have to be ready to put in the money because flying from one country to a different country, I tell you, it takes money. Okay, and you should also feel safe. You've been chatting with this person for a while. You already know the person's interests, hobbies and activities that makes the person come alive. You know the person's favorite food and stuff like that. So with all this in mind, you can now start planning activities, things to do, places to visit, especially if you are traveling, like crossing the ocean or traveling from your country to the other person's country. It doesn't have to be necessarily from one continent to the other or whatever differences it is that you two have. Just make sure that you both find a compromise. You both come together and plan activities that interest both of you so that when the other person comes, he also enjoys, the experience of visiting you or you two meeting in person. Tip number 3, you have to make sure that the other person feels comfortable and safe. No matter wherever you two are meeting, you have to look out for each other's safety. If you are going to be a host of someone traveling from a different country to your country, you have to make sure that you provide that safety the person needs and that comfort that the person needs as well. Yes, when it comes to spending to make this thing possible, you two are going to be responsible for spending the money and doing whatever activity, but you who are the hosts in that country or that state or wherever, you know what's safe, where is safe, and what to do, which would actually give the person, you know, the freedom and then the comfort to really know each other. Because there are some situations and circumstances that could actually make a person kind of coil back, not actually come out of himself or herself to really show you who he truly is or she truly is. So you have to create a very conducive environment and atmosphere for each other so that you get to enjoy each other's company. Tip number 4, give each other great memories to hold on to. You know, creating memories starts right from when you two started chatting, okay? So the memories started from there. So now that you're meeting in person for the very first time, that is where you have to put in all the effort to create amazing and wonderful memories. I still have the memories of me meeting my husband for the very first time, you know, driving in a trotro, which is a public bus, you know, with a lot of people in the bus, loud noise, dusty road, and so many things. And his reaction to how he was just enjoying himself, having fun. And when the car just, you know, falls into the pit and we all bounce, then he's like, wow. All these are like petty little things, but you know, I remember those days and his reactions, and I just smile about it. What memories are you going to create together? These memories are not made by an individual. You two have to create great memories together, okay? Do activities and things that are fun. Allow yourselves to just enjoy the moment whilst you two are there. Tip number 5, you two must respect each other's space and time, okay? You cannot turn up to a date, even if it's just a lunch or a dinner you two are having. You can turn up late. It means that you are trying to tell the other person, I do not respect your time and I do not even respect your space. I do not respect you as an individual. So it's very prudent that you make sure you turn up on time and also respect the person's personal space. Don't do things that the person feels uncomfortable doing. Don't touch the person at places where he or she feels uncomfortable. No, please just respect their space. Give them that distance, all right? Just be comfortable. And whilst you are seeking your comfort, make sure the other person is also comfortable and respect each other's space. I think that is something very important. Time is a precious thing to all of us. The moment you turn up late to meet your date, you are sending a negative signal to him. Tip number 6, do not dominate the conversation even if you are an extrovert. You have to allow the other person to also, you know, talk. Know when to listen and know when to talk. Have open-minded conversations. Have conversations about history, about family, about things that are very important to you too. You might be an extrovert, but you still have to control yourself. That is what shows respect to the other person. He might be an introvert and not the kind that really comes out. Know when to talk and when to be quiet, when to listen and let the other person talk. When you keep dominating the conversation, okay, you are leaving the person nothing to say. The way you even have a conversation speaks loud about yourself. Okay, and the way you even talk, not to him alone but other people around in that restaurant or that space where you find yourself, okay, the way you demonstrate love, conversation, and you know, appreciation and other petty little things in front of this person shows him who you are deep inside. Because there are some things about us that we cannot hide. No matter how hard you try, you can never hide those things. So this would actually help make the person know you and you know him better as well. So don't go and dominate the conversation. Allow the other person to also flow and know when to listen and know when to speak. Finally, tip number 7, be very open, okay, about how you feel about each other after meeting in person. Let the person know you are happy meeting him, you enjoyed yourself, you were happy, you know. Give him or her compliments about how you feel about them, their appearance and their personality. Give compliments. Let them feel that you are interested and let them know that you actually enjoy their company. Some people leave a date, okay, and then they feel like, I'm not sure whether this girl appreciates me just as I am, or I cannot tell if she enjoyed herself or not, or whether he enjoyed himself or not. That is why when you finish your date or you finished every activity you are out there for that evening or whatever duration of time it is you've met, make sure you assure the other person by letting them know honestly how you felt about them and how you felt about meeting them in person. You know, you can even compare your feeling, how it was when you met online, when you were chatting online, to how it feels now that you've met in person. And then if you would want to meet again, yeah, you have to talk about this. It's very important. Now to my story. This is the part I enjoy so much because it allows me to let you know how mine went, so you can also know how to work on yours. After 3 months of dating online, chatting, calling, video calling and all that, my husband and I decided to meet in person. That was just after 3 months. Things were amazing. Things were different from all other people that I've met. He was different. There were things around our conversations and about his behavior and thinking that really got me like, gosh, this is him. I also prayed to God for 3 solid signs to see and know that this guy is the one. And all 3 signs came true. So I knew that he was the one. So before we met, my parents were aware, we've been chatting, and every time my mom asks, so how is he doing? He has also been talking to his parents and families about me. He actually went a step ahead to contact one of our pastors in Finland. So he went ahead and wrote to one of the pastors in the Church of Pentecost and told the person, I have met this young lady online and I've been chatting with her for a while. Now I'm making plans to visit Ghana, but I would really appreciate if I could meet with you to just have a little discussion, to know a little more about Ghana, the people, the culture, and what to expect. And it happened. The pastor accepted, so they met and then they talked. And then fortunately for us, what happened was amazing. The pastor traveled to Ghana and also took my number from him. And I met him actually at the airport on the day of his departure back to Finland. And we had a very short time, but very great. We had a nice conversation. He asked questions about me. He got to know me a little more. He knew the church I was attending and even some pastors in our area. So that day we departed, we went our ways, and that was it. So we had a conversation and I told him, hey, we have to make a decision as to who visits who. And he's like, yes, I'll visit you. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Because personally, I didn't want to be the one to travel to meet him. And 2, I had a lot of responsibilities, a lot of work that I was also teaching, and I cannot take a month or 2 weeks off, you know, to travel. So he decided to come, and I was so happy that he decided to come. One of the signs that I asked God was that if he is the one, he should come to Ghana himself. And that sign was fulfilled right there when he said he was coming. It was amazing. I had to send him an invitation letter, and in the letter I had to state my personal number, my postal address, my residential address, and I also had to book a hotel and add the receipt to it. So this at least makes him know, hey, when you come, this is where you are going to stay and all that. And it's also, you know, make whoever he's going to talk to or whatever know that he is going to be safe. And actually that also helps a lot, because the embassies ask for such details so that you who is traveling to a different country, especially without being there before, you are safe. So those were the basic things we had to do. And the day came. I traveled to Accra, and what I decided to do was to engage my big brother. So he took me to the airport and we waited for just about 45 minutes, and there he was. Then we went to a hotel where we lodged. My brother knew the hotel we were. He actually paid for that place and everything. So he knew that I was safe. And where his house was and the hotel was just like about 10 minutes or, you know, walk away from there. So I felt very safe. And what else could I do, you know? And because I could not leave him alone there and be elsewhere, we both had to stay at the same hotel. And that was how we met for the very first time. And from there, we traveled to the Volta region, which was my home. And he met my parents in person. We had a lot of fun activities. We went to Blue Waterfalls. He actually came to visit my school. He did volunteering there. He did a construction of a classroom block, carrying sand, water, and chippings and stuffs, working with the community members to build a school block. So I would say in a nutshell, this was how we met. I don't know how yours is going to be, because you might be maybe just hours apart, or you might be in the same city or whatever it is. Hope that these tips are going to help you as you take the step to meet that person in person. Thank you so much for listening. If you are new here, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to this channel, because that is how I get inspired and motivated to keep bringing you videos of this nature and more. And please help my channel grow. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.